as I watched your faces as you were walking down the processional, full of promise and energy, I feel this immense hope for the future. And we're at a moment in time where the world is searching for this hope. It's not just because you're smart or accomplished, which you are, but because I know what it means to graduate from this incredible institution. Agnes Irwin, it shaped me, not just intellectually, but an identity. It gave me something that's hard to name, but it's easy to feel, a sense of belonging, a foundation of curiosity, and the kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Today, I want to share with you 3 rules, 3 ideas that are simple but not small, that have helped guide me, and I hope will help guide you to live your most extraordinary lives over the next 4 years and beyond. Now, rule number 1, you each have a voice at any table, and don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Confidence isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you choose every single day. You choose it when you speak up. You choose it when you say, I don't know, but I'll find out. You choose it when you design your life intentionally instead of following someone else's map. As a kid, I used to devour every single book I could get my hands on. Mysteries, fantasies, even some questionable beach reads. But while all of the plots, they varied along the way, one thing was always the same: a heroine or a hero who overcame the odds. A character who was bold, clever, determined, and never took no for an answer. She just found another way in. Over time, I started to believe that I too could be that girl. So I walked into boardrooms, startups, schools, new countries, with this quiet belief, I belong here. I didn't wait for someone else to give me permission. I wrote my own role. And that's what I want for each of you. You are the author of this next chapter and all of the chapters that come after that. You are the main character. You get to decide what kind of story you want to live. So dream wildly. And you know what? Rewrite the next page if it doesn't feel right. Because it's your story, so you can. Today, my love of stories continues. One of my absolute favorites is Wicked, both the Broadway show and the recent movie. Unlike Elfie, who had a rough time when she first went to her new school, I found exactly the opposite when I first came to Irwin's. I remember being welcomed by Miss Moss's big smile, and I walked into a community of girls that were kind. They invited me in. They gave me a sense of belonging, which was core to my confidence. In turn, I took that sense of belonging and I shared it with the world. And because of this confidence, the world, it didn't happen to me. I happened to the world. And I want each of you to recognize that you can do that too. Because, as Maya Angelou said, when you know who you are, no one can stop you from being this person. So, girls, go out and become whoever you want to be. Now for rule number 2. You are no better and no worse than anyone else. This world is going to try and tell you otherwise, that your GPA, your job title, your followers, your zip code somehow may make you superior, or that someone else's struggles somehow makes them less. Don't believe this. Some of us, yes, we might be born with more support, more safety, more access, but that is not superiority. That's luck. And understanding that makes humility and gratitude your compass. So please, as you move forth, remember, kindness is not weakness, it is power. Joy, it's not fluff, it's fuel. Empathy, this is not optional, it is foundational. Human connection, creativity, critical thinking, These are going to be the most valuable currencies in your lifetime, not just for success, but for survival. Especially in this world of artificial intelligence and digital overload, the ability to connect, to care, to be real, that is going to be your advantage. Every one of you has been given a superpower, and it's called perspective. And if you use this power of perspective, efficiently and effectively, you will see that this is a moment of tremendous opportunity. There is no roadmap anymore. The career ladder of yesterday, it's been shattered. But the beauty is that you can build a new one. And the rules, you, the class of 2025, you get to create your own rules. Now, I've been in boardrooms where I was the only woman. I've been in rooms where I was the only one who thought differently. But I've always been confident enough to voice my ideas. And this didn't come from ego. It came from conviction. And I got that from my days right here at AIS. And each of you have been given that gift also. The gift where curiosity can outweigh any momentary hesitation that you may have or any fears that you may feel. And I promise that going where that curiosity takes you is going to be the most exhilarating ride. And once you're in the room, be you. As scary as it is, showing up authentically gives others permission to do the same. And together, we're unlimited. Now, I'm well past my bel canto days, or else I would have sung that to you. So, girls, take off the armor. Be inspiring and let yourself be inspired. Find your fire and embrace your crazy. Because as Steve Jobs once said, the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. Try what hasn't been tried. Build what doesn't exist yet. Say the things that no one else is saying. Now, I know this is starting to sound like a TED Talk, meets a yoga retreat or something like that, but I promise you, purpose and joy, these are not buzzwords. These are the building blocks of your brightest future. Which brings us to rule number 3. Now, to those whom much is given, much is expected in return. Now, I can't personally take credit for this one. It's actually from the Gospel of Luke. But it's been my North Star, and I hope it becomes yours. As Dr. Martin Luther King reminded us, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. There is an old Native American parable about 2 wolves inside each of us. One is darkness and one is light. And the little boy asks his grandfather, "Grandpa, which one wins?" And the grandfather tells the little boy, "It's the one you feed more." So girls, make that choice and feed the light. Be your own catalyst. Don't add to the noise or any of the negativity that's in the world today. Rise above it. Choose joy as your center of gravity. It will carry you when others fall, and it will give you the strength to pull them up. I promise, I know from experience. This applies to your daily life too. Don't wait to be included. Include others. Smile at someone as you're crossing the street. Be the person that makes someone else feel seen. You've each been given an extraordinary gift, this education, this community, this sisterhood. You are part of a legacy, and now you get to shape what comes next. Your greatest responsibility is to live a joyful, purpose-filled life. That's it. Not to be perfect, not to be the richest, not to have the most curated LinkedIn bio or the largest Instagram following, but to live with intention, to build meaning, and to spread light. Because when you share your story, your spark, it multiplies. It makes the light around you stronger. Now, do me a favor and grab the hand of the girl sitting next to you, just for one moment. Thank you. Do you feel that energy? That's not just friendship, that's force. That's a chain reaction that is waiting to happen. And as each of you step into the world, take that energy with you. Each of you can make a choice to become a nucleus. Not just the center of your own story, but the spark of something bigger. In biology, the nucleus is tiny. It doesn't explode with energy, but it orchestrates it. That energy then moves things, builds things, and changes things. And that's you stepping outside of these doors. That's how transformation begins, one nucleus at a time. And as someone who's scaled companies and challenged systems, I'll tell you this: the most powerful leaders are not the loudest. They are the ones who lead with empathy, inclusion, and courage, because people want to follow those leaders. So now I'm going to circle back to where I started. Being here today with you, I feel an immense sense of hope for the future. There's a Japanese art called kintsugi, where broken pottery is mended with gold, making it even more beautiful and even more valuable than it was before. I see you as these golden threads in a world that is still healing. And this, I know, it will be even more beautiful than it was before you connected the pieces. So my dear graduates, my sisters, as you step into this next chapter, I leave you with this. Go and choose confidence. Feed the light. Share your fire. And never forget what you carry from here. But above all, pursue your curiosity and make it a joyful ride. Now, girls, like Elfie, it's time to try defying gravity. And we've each been gifted with a superpower. So as long as you make your choice, no one can bring you down. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2025. The world is so lucky to have you, and I can't wait to see how high you soar.